Hi! So today I'm going to be doing a review for a shop on Etsy that sells plastic molds called Kap Creations. After my review for Molded from Love, I had a lot of people ask where my favorite place to order molds from is, and it is 100% Kap Creations. It is my favorite place to get molds. This isn't my first time ordering from Kap Creations or anything. I've ordered there a couple times, but I thought I'd still go ahead and do a review. So I'll go ahead and start off with my most recent order and then go into some of my older molds and show them as well. So my most recent order was just a couple basic shape molds that I can use for making charms. So first I'm going to talk about this heart mold. It comes with these two 1-inch hearts and this 1.5-inch heart piece. To start off, to talk about the quality, the plastic is a really thick material. It's really nice. And my favorite thing about Kap Creations is that there is not a single watermark on these molds. I have pieces I'll show of each of these molds, but there is not a single watermark. All these molds are handmade, and I find with a lot of handmade molds, at least all the ones I've ordered, I've found watermarks on pretty much every piece, except when I order from Kap Creations. For some reason, I don't know how he does it, but all of his molds are always completely perfectly shiny, and there's not a single watermark, and it's just amazing. So as you can see in these pieces, they are completely smooth and shiny. There's not a single watermark. It's really good quality, and your pieces always come out flawless, which I am just so excited about. It did take me a little bit to figure out how much resin I should pour in for the layers, since they are a lot puffier than what I'm used to. As you can see, I had to cut off a lot of excess on this one because it overspilled, and then I also needed to make a thicker layer of the clear resin because the white resin seeped down there. But that's my own fault. That has nothing to do with the mold, really. I'm just not used to how puffy it is. But they are really nice, and they're a good thickness, as you can see. It's a good thickness to pour the different layers, and they're just shiny and perfect. Absolutely no critiques, just awesome quality. I ordered a couple of those palettes, and that one I left whole for the review so I can show you what it looks like originally, but I do cut up the palettes since these smaller hearts and this larger heart are different thickness, and in order for my pieces to come out even, I would recommend you cut them up, but other than that, it is absolutely perfect. So there is a promotion on Kap Creations where if you buy 3 molds, you get 1 free. So I actually bought 3 of these palettes because I liked it so much and they are such useful shapes. And I got this palette for free. I cut it up, obviously, but it's this gem shape, a faceted rectangle that comes with 3 different sizes. And again, absolutely no watermarks. And I had to cut it up again because they are all different thicknesses. They are a little bit thin, as you can see, but I had no problem doing the different layers to make resin charms, so I don't really see it as an issue. So again, here are a couple pieces I made with this mold. As you can see, again, they're perfectly shiny, no watermarks at all. These are not glazed or anything. This is what they look like right when I pop them out of the mold, minus a little bit of filing and sanding since I did overspill them a couple times. So now I'm going to talk about a couple of the other molds I've ordered in the past. Since my most recent molds were just basic shapes, I wanted to show some other pieces that they had on their shop so you could see their variety. This mold is currently filled with sprinkles, but as you can see, kind of, it's a cat mold. This mold has a lot of knockoffs. So there's a lot of people who've copied this mold. I'm fairly sure this is the original because it's definitely the most high quality I've seen so far. It's hard to tell right here, but I have a couple blanks that will show it a lot better. But a lot of the knockoffs I've seen have really puffy, lumpy, like, exterior, and the indents are not as detailed and fine. But as you can see from this blank, the details on this mold are impeccable. It does have these lines across it, which don't bother me because I paint on the details and then have to glaze it anyway. But maybe that has to do with how he keeps his molds from having watermarks. I'd much prefer these lines than having watermarks on my pieces, so it doesn't bother me at all, but I thought I'd point it out anyway. As you can see, the indents are very detailed and very fine, and they're actually extremely easy to fill in. I have a painted piece just so you can see what it looks like. There's also an outline around the edge, but I don't like to fill that in. I just like to fill in the face. Pretty much all I do is fill in this with a dotting tool and then wipe away the excess with a Q-tip, and it leaves an absolutely perfect detailed face, and I love this mold. Similarly, I have this fox mold, which again is hard to show because there's something in it right now, but I have another blank that I can show you and a finished piece. As you can see, again, the details are very fine, and there aren't any lines on this one, but as you can see, no watermarks, perfect, shiny. I've had it for a while, so there are a couple scratches just from my own use, nothing to do with the mold. And it is super easy to fill in. I fill it in the same way I fill in the other one. And here's another one that it shows the details filled in. And I love, love, love that mold too. Another mold I wanted to show is this Game Boy mold. And as you can see, it is super detailed. Mine's a little scratched up because I use it a lot, but as you can see, it is super detailed. I really wanted to show this just because the details are so fine. See, it is so detailed. My painting job isn't the best, but as you can see, all the buttons are perfect. It even says Game Boy, which is just awesome. I don't know. This is the most detailed, nicest, bestest, most awesome Game Boy mold I've ever seen, and I am super satisfied with it. It is amazing. I love it. Again, absolutely no complaints with any of these molds, and I just wanted to show these as examples of some of the more detailed molds that Kap Creations has. So they have absolutely perfect basic cabochon charm making molds, as well as some more detailed shape molds. So pretty much everything they have is awesome. So here is the business card for Kap Creations. I shop at their Etsy, but here's all the websites and the email. Here's a discount code that I didn't even realize was there until I picked it up just now to look at it, so I've never used it, but that's cool. And yeah, so that's it for my review. I'm sorry if it seemed kind of short and that it didn't seem like I had a lot to say, but the molds are so great, so I didn't really have that many critiques at all. I would definitely recommend this site for anyone who's looking for basic, like, charm cabochon molds. Shape molds, as you can see, they have more detailed molds, and they just have so much to offer. So definitely check out Kap Creations. I'm going to leave the link to their Etsy below, and if you have any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks for watching. Bye.